Hi, I'm Betty. I like to admit I have PCOS, known as Polycystic Ovary Syndrome disease. I'd like to point out my experiences and with an effort in losing weight and how it eased my symptoms and improvement. I started with the vegetarian diet when I was 14 before I was diagnosed. And pretty much I found that meat pretty much kept me overweight and I did not like it, and pretty much a puppy kind of a thing. So I pretty much changed my whole diet and it really showed the greater impact on me. So it brings out the differences I never really thought before, and I haven't realized how it impacts me back then with so much fat and salt and sugar probably, and it was just too unhealthy. So I began with my diet little by little by vegetarian food products like broca or corn. They're pretty good products and their food really good. They always improve every time. You don't know what they could offer, and I take comfort in their food. They have vegetables in it, and sometimes when I try new food, it really changes me in a way, and you can try new food you haven't tried before, and I'm glad I did because it led me to try let's say, onions and olives and peppers. Any vegetable you can think of is right in your food, and I've tried it and tried vegetables afterward. It turned out great. As for my drinking habits, like pop, water, milk, and all that, let's just say I had more addiction to drink anything but water and milk. But I was always drinking chocolate milk, but that's how I was. I'm always a sweet tooth, but I managed to try different drinks like juice and water, try it most of the time. And let's just say water has more effect on me than other stuff, but it took a while for pop to be away from the addiction. So I'm glad to say that I'm no longer attached to pop because it just makes me feel ill now. So pretty much I'm happy with that pop, and water pretty much keep me away from dehydration. It helps me with my exercise. It's just there when you need it. It really helps with skin too because I found that water helps clear the skin a lot faster than medicine could do, and I recommend water at least 4 times a day. And pretty much I don't really see any reason why not to have other drinks as long as you don't go overboard. Recently I did some experiments and I have pop once a month. It doesn't bother my skin and it doesn't affect my weight, so I still keep up with that. And pretty much I am glad that I keep myself away from pop because it's just too much, because there's too much sodium, too much of that stuff you don't even need on your body. If you look at the research, you can see so much sugar in a pop, and there are so much ingredients we don't even know what we're putting in our body, which isn't healthy, which isn't natural. It's better off that we try something more natural, anything from food like coconut milk or almond milk, or at least just water or fruit water. As long as that fruit water is non-carbonated, then it's fine. I don't care, as long as you have something that isn't populated, nothing that's chemical, just healthy and sugar-free, and anything that's avoided to that. And for my routine for exercise, it took me a lot of experiment of different exercise every day and see what really motivated me. I wasn't exactly an exercise person, but I like to keep myself busy in one way or another. Most of the time I spend my time on laptop, but since last summer I have recently began experimenting dancing. And it's right on the Wii. You can get any kind of dancing you want, and you get to really have fun. You kind of learn new moves, but you're also working out as you're having fun. It's great. You pretty much put yourself into it. You're putting all that effort, and you know what? If you spend at least 2 hours a day playing on the Wii with the dancing, any kind of movement, your arms and your leg movement, it's good. You're burning off more than you realize because the faster you are, your heart's beating more, and it really gets me going. I like to see speed of it, and I keep exercising. I used to exercise between 2 to 3 hours every day, non-stop, without having to need a break or a day to stop. I would be just having water, healthy food, and by the time the end of the week would come, I actually lose a pound a week. So that turned out quite successful for 8 weeks over the summer, and then I found that it was really useful. I managed to do different kinds of exercise over the summer. Swimming really burns off a lot of calories in an hour. You lose about at least between 200 to 400 calories, but it's depending what you're doing in your swimming. But pretty much, you just keep yourself busy. Don't do it just for an hour. Just do as much as you can in a day. Keep doing something better than nothing. Even chores, they're pretty much a lot of calorie burning, so it takes a while. Even like vacuuming. Vacuum the floors as much as you want. The rugs, the upstairs, the steps, anywhere you can do it in the house. It's just worth it. Even mopping the floor or rooming up the place, even taking care of your dog for a bath or something like that. You're actually burning off. So do something rather than nothing. It's worth it. So pretty much what I do every day now is, if I have free time, I would get into my workout clothes and pretty much head over to the gym and work out on the treadmill, the weightlifting, and bike cycling for at least an hour and a half, because it's easier that you burn off more calories because you're more motivated from time to time, but your speed changes because of your energy. But I could say that in my exercise, I remember I tried to do a running on the treadmill, and it only lasted about 2 minutes. That was the longest I could go for. So I just kept with walking, and soon enough, I've actually tried again with the running, and I ran 4 minutes. And that is the longest I've ever gone from that. Then 2 weeks later, I found myself running for the total of 8 minutes, which is an improvement. Now, the more you walk and the more you're exercising, motivated, eating healthy, and pretty much having much water into your diet, I found that you can quickly learn to push yourself and really get yourself somewhere. I've actually managed to run for 20 minutes. I didn't have to run too fast, but I managed to run at least in a slow pace, but I kept going in that same pace without a stop. It really pushes me. I couldn't believe that I was making longer and longer and longer, and I was just, you feel good. Even though you feel like you can't handle it, you just say, no, just ignore what you're feeling and just keep going. Don't stop, because it's worth all that running. Just trust me. You will feel accomplished, proud, and more succeeding than you've ever done in your life. I'm proud of it that I made it to 20 minutes. I've never have done 20 minutes, and I'm actually feeling more energetic than I was, even with the fact that it helped me. And I think it really helped me burn off so much calories that I need. I think I'll be able to lose weight a lot quicker than I expect, and I might be able to keep this up every day at least possible, because I want to see if I can push half an hour running limit over to an hour. Hopefully that by the summer relay thing, the marathon, I might be able to participate and run at least as long as everybody else could without having breathing problems or having to rush anywhere else. Alright, so pretty much I spend most of my exercising doing something, just stay active at least an hour to 3 hours a day. It doesn't mean you have to do it all in one day, all in like as soon as you start exercising you gotta do 4 hours. You can actually divide your hours so that way you can balance them. Because most of the time we're always burning our energy when we keep moving and going somewhere, and you're really doing something. Doesn't mean, 5-minute walk. Take it. It's a walk. You're burning those calories. You could be walking perhaps 3.5 miles per hour. You're actually burning more than you could burn 2.0 miles per hour for walking. So it's worth it. So do something. You can go for swimming, go for a walk, go for biking. Do something that makes you comfortable in the way you can exercise. So go for it. You will improve. It just takes a while. Until you find yourself motivation, you'll be able to know what you want and what you're going for. I've already managed to lose 1 pound about a couple of weeks ago, so I'm trying to lose about another 19 pounds, and I'm not giving up. So far, I have already feel the difference that I've went down 1 size on my pants, and it really made me feel like I'm finally getting somewhere. I'm not giving up, and I won't. I feel proud of myself, and that's good. You know what? There's so many people who can't even really lose weight, and I've read articles that couldn't. I'm just glad that I could lose weight, but it's not that easy. I'm trying to lose weight as much as the next person that can do it so easily. So don't give up. Keep positive stuff going for you, and it just keep going there. You'll get there. It may not be like, in the mind I'll be really skinny without overweight size. It doesn't work that way. It takes a while, and your body is just working with your fat to transform into muscle. Your fat will shrink until there's no more. However, you will still need some fat in your body. No fat at all, you wouldn't be able to survive. So, make sure you have a healthy shape you're giving your body. You need some fat, but turn those fat into muscle. That's what's going to happen when you're constantly exercising and doing something about it. Okay. I could say, to compare all the years I have been dieting and exercising, I have to say, ever since I turned 21, my acting has been less severe than it was over for the past 12 years of my life at least. I haven't been clear up until now, and I've noticed that it's much more calmer and not that severe breakout, and I think the exercise really put out a lot for you, but it's not just that, it's just what you eat and drink as well. What you're putting in your body's going to react differently than you expect. Even like, try going for gluten-free for some of the stuff. It may impact some of your skin, but not completely. But like soda, they'll break out your skin more. Too much sugar will do that. Even chocolate. However, dark chocolate is healthy, but be careful how much you eat because you don't want to overindulge yourself with something that's not healthy. So, just watch what you're doing. That's all you need to know. And I noticed that every time I exercise and eat healthy, I have lots of severe cramps and pretty much still less the breakout on my skin, which is pretty good, and pretty much you really feel more energetic when you're actually losing all that weight. You feel more energy and you feel more positive around yourself, and you're different. Good different, but it's really changed you. And I've noticed the hair in places that shouldn't be are becoming less and less, so I'm glad, and it really turned out better. Of course, for my cycle, I noticed that one specific drink really helped my cycle besides water is tea. And I usually take peppermint tea because it helps regulate my cycle most of the time. However, I've noticed that I need at least 1 week of peppermint tea a week before the cycle that's actually supposed to be due on. And then I would just wait for it to come, and usually should come right around the corner, and it becomes a little bit more regular. But I can't guarantee it because so far this has only been 2 months. So I'm hoping this will keep it up and make some major changes with peppermint tea. Keep in mind, peppermint tea can really help slow down on hair growth and help your health and prevent you from having a cold or flu, and it will improve some other health benefits. But it really helped me on my cycle, so I'm glad it's becoming a little bit better with the regular cycle, but you have to be careful what you're doing. Depending on your health style. And because everybody lives in a different environment, and you have to be careful what you're doing. Especially when I'm one of the college students, and you have to be careful what you eat too, because chances are you can gain weight because you're eating the food the cafeteria is serving you. So I did easily gain back 8 pounds by raw, and pretty much, let's just say it took a while to lose it back off, but I managed to lose 10 pounds for my goal of the year. So I did lose 10 pounds last year, so I'm going for 20 more pounds for this year. So far I've only lost 1. But it hasn't been easy, and I'm going to still keep pushing it, learning how to work with my weakness of junk food and pop. So far it just hasn't been any too complication, and I noticed that when it comes to food, I just kind of tell myself lies that I don't have this much money to afford those kind of junk food or pop, and just pretty much walk away, or I would be around my friends and remember they know what you've been eating, they're gonna know what you're doing, and you don't want them to realize how you got yourself to lose weight. It's just not healthy. You kind of give yourself a different self-conscious kind of a type, so pretty much you know what to do. Eventually you find your own motivation to get out of the sugar addiction, and it's just not easy. Even I've been in sugar deprived, where I have absolutely not much of sugar in a certain amount of time, so it takes a while to get out of that routine, but it just takes a while. I would recommend that it's okay to have some junk food, but at least between every once or twice a week. I'm beginning to turn over to twice a week now, and I'm hoping by then I'll only need it once a month. But it just hasn't exactly crossed over that board because it's just that easy temptation to get over. But it really helps and really keeps you in diet, and pretty much I'm proud of it, and I'm getting somewhere. So I like it, and pretty much I will keep you posted, and hopefully that on my weight losing progress and see the improvement and where my chances of getting better and succeeding better. So PCOS will be no more of me. I'm still doing research on it, hopefully maybe finding a possible actual reverse on PCOS with more sacrifices, possibly cut off total of actual sugar, sodium, probably cut off on all the unhealthy fats, no more unhealthy oil, and probably get rid of gluten out of my diet. So hopefully I'll be able to do that over the summer and change the whole big diet. I really want to see if it's possible to actually have no more PCOS. Finally take some control of my life and get somewhere. I don't want PCOS to ruin my life or rule over, because you know what? I don't like how it treats me, and it's just gonna make things worse if I don't do anything about it. So if you have PCOS, follow me. You might see some motivation going for you, and you might start having your own plan. So keep up the work. You can do it. Bye.